just in. Elias Sampson. It's probably in my top 10 right now. Welcome to the Raw Review. It's Monday.
Yes it is.
Well, it was Monday.
It's Tuesday when this is going up, but while we're recording this, it is Monday because we just finished watching Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we'll right off the bat, Titus O'Neil returned to in-ring action and lost to Elias Sampson.
As he should.
Yeah, a little bit of a scuffle with Apollo Crews on the outside. Titus tried to pull Elias back into the ring, got hung up on the ropes, and got hit with the drift away. And Elias Sampson's still on the hashtag winning train.
Yes.
He's doing real good at that.
He's got a free life pass at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're just gonna... He's always allowed on that train.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey Elias, come on the show. I'm specially crafting a cocktail for the Drifter.
Oh. Super special treatment. Damn.
I'm just saying, it's cause for celebration anytime somebody can ruin a Titus O'Neil comeback.
That's fair enough.
Don't call it a comeback, because he's fucking lost. Loser.
And in other matches that really weren't all that necessary or pertinent to storylines, the club defeated Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan in tag team action. Jeff Hardy is out with injury, just had surgery and is recovering. But yeah, they had a little discussion in the back, which led to Jordan and Hardy teaming up. And luckily, they didn't have the club job to the makeshift team of Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan.
Yeah, this just goes to show you that when Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan won last week, it was a fluke.
Or it was because they had Jeff Hardy in their corner. Jeff Hardy is the reason why they even had a chance last week.
No, I think it's because Matt cut his hair.
Lost all of his power.
Lost his power, and then Jason Jordan lost power when he got the straps removed from his outfit. I mean, studies do show that you're about 10 times more powerful when you pull the straps down.
Yeah.
And I think he was going with that method. He's like, but what if I just take the straps off completely?
It doesn't work because you're not imbued with that original strength that you get from the straps.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is then just activated when you take the straps off.
Yeah, so, I mean, back to the drawing board for both of them. Unfortunately, it'll take Matt a lot longer to get his hair back to long than it would for Jason Jordan to get straps back on his attire.
Luckily, Matt Hardy has way more character than Jason Jordan does. So
yeah.
I think he's okay.
Jason Jordan's new gimmick, green.
Stupid. And then we also had a women's tag team match where we had Sasha and Bayley defeat Alicia Fox and Emma. Emma is still upset that she's not trending. The fact that that Nia stopped her from trending last week. She wanted to find a partner that would make sure that she would be trending on Twitter. Alicia Fox didn't help either, but mostly because Emma didn't help Alicia. Because Alicia was doing all right, and then she tried
to have the match in the bag.
And until Alicia went for a tag,
Alicia screwed it up.
Yeah, when Alicia went for a tag, and Emma said nope.
Yeah.
Mostly because they clashed heads a little while before
I know.
that.
Foxy.
You are so in the corner of Emma. You're gonna make all the same excuses that she is.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fell for Emma.
Anyway, yeah, Foxy was left in the ring and suffered the belly to Bayley as she watched Emma walk away. I don't know how you're gonna feel when Emma ends up being the one that has to face Asuka at TLC. Mostly because we know Asuka's not getting the title match at TLC because we had more.
This honestly surprises me.
You thought for sure that
WWE seems so gung ho on her.
That's what I think. Literally, the reason they're not having Asuka take the title match right away is because she can't be on Raw to lay waste to all of the jobbers prior to beating Alexa.
Yeah.
So, instead, we had more of the Mickey is old jokes going around as Mickey was given some less than respectful gifts in the locker room, which
I didn't like this segment.
I didn't either.
I just got way too many flashbacks of the Piggy James angle.
And Mickey is a fantastic talent and is a huge boost to the current Raw roster.
Yeah, especially because there's no other
veterans.
There's no other women on the roster that have the experience that she does on the level she has. I mean, there might have been other women that have been wrestling as long, but none of them have as much experience on literally the two biggest wrestling spending her entire last 90% of her career in the two biggest wrestling promotions on the planet.
Yes, exactly.
Or in the country, at least.
Yeah. So to constantly poke fun at Mickey for whatever reason, right now her being one of the oldest women on the entirety of the WWE roster, So essentially this led to her barreling into Alexa Bliss's locker room, which she was stopped by Nia Jax, who apparently is friends with
frenemies
Alexa Bliss again. And so Alexa didn't want to fight, but
that's
Nia...
because she needs a mini boss.
Yeah.
Sub-boss. You can't say
I was going to say,
Nia's
it's funny to call Nia
boss.
the mini-boss to Alexa Bliss.
But I mean, if you played like the old Mortal Kombat game...
Oh yeah, no, Goro
was ginormous.
Goro's way bigger than Shang Tsung.
And Shang Tsung was an old wizard man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm down with the references. But yeah, so instead, because Alexa decided she didn't want to face Mickie James, Nia was totally up for it. And so we had Nia versus Mickie James with Alexa Bliss at ringside, to which Nia dominated Mickie for most of this match.
Yeah, Mickie had like small bits of offense in, but always got swatted back down.
Yeah, it was there was a lot of ending of the shine for the babyface, but eventually Nia kind of put herself into a situation where she's throwing Mickie around. She ends up putting her up on the top rope, and Mickie is able to block whatever she was trying to do and turn it into her tornado DDT. But as she's struggling to roll Nia over and going for the pin, Alexa gets in and says, nope, I'm not going to give you that glory moment. I'm not going to let you beat the biggest woman on the roster, and causes the disqualification.
So then, by roundabout way, she beat the biggest woman on the roster.
Yeah.
So...
And then she kicked Alexa Bliss in the face on the outside.
Yeah, and like, that's the whole thing, is that like, Booker T and I think Phillips were like, adamant about pointing out, is that the whole time Mickie and Alexa were scuffling on the outside, that Nia was down the whole time.
Yeah.
Meaning... Mickie would have won.
Yeah, I think all three of the commentators were very set on the fact. Graves is very much a Bliss fit, so he's always going to talk her up. But I think he was still on board with the fact that Mickie was about to do something that very few women on the roster can do. Yeah. But she won by disqualification. She took out Alexa on the outside, and due to the tenacity that she showed in the ring, plus her history of being a 6-time women's champion,
and the fact that she's being interviewed by Ivory from The Right to Censor,
the cosplay version by Charlie Caruso, Kurt Angle has decided to make Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship at TLC.
Hopefully they get the stairs match.
No.
I just say, like, you put, like, a bunch of the top stair sets all the way around the ring, and then like a cage match for Alexa.
All right.
I want to see Alexa run full board as hard as she can and do a set of stairs and see if she can actually make them move.
She might make them shift slightly. Speaking of things that are going to happen at TLC, first off, Bray Wyatt is losing his fucking mind. And
he's challenged Finn Balor to come back to bring the demon back.
Yeah, because it works so well at SummerSlam.
And here's the deal: is like Bray is wanting Finn to, whether it be man or demon, bring whatever Finn will consider his most powerful form.
Yeah, because Finn ran down the fact that at SummerSlam he lost to the demon, at No Mercy he lost to the man. So, what else is possible for Bray Wyatt to continue to taunt Finn Balor?
So at TLC we're gonna have the debut of the D-Man.
It's just a giant dick.
Finn Balor, the D-Man.
Finn Balor is just, he's going to be in one of those dick costumes.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be a week before Halloween, so.
Yeah, and Bray said, and I quote, "I will strip back my flesh."
Well, he started that when he said that, you know, as the demon, you don't put on makeup, you strip away your flesh, and it's the demon that's inside of you.
Yeah, well,
so he's going to do the same thing, and apparently, when he does that, he's going to be Sister Abigail? What?
Yeah, because they Snapchat filtered the shit out of him. They gave him, like, Samara from the Ring Snapchat filter. He had, like, crazy Joker raccoon eyes going on, and he was laughing, but then the laugh slowly transitioned into, like, a pre-recorded female laugh. So my prediction here is, if this match happens at TLC, which I'm assuming it will, Bray's got a thing for trios of pay-per-view events. Call back to his John Cena feud, which he also lost. He's going to show up with some wonky face paint and in drag.
This worries me.
And I thought we were so safe from the House of Horrors bullshit.
Here's my thing, is I didn't have a problem with the House of Horrors itself. I had a problem with the way the whole thing culminated. Because it made zero sense and felt extremely unnecessary. This is literally the last new thing that they can do with Bray Wyatt. They have had him have new members of the Wyatt family. They have had him make his own matches. They have killed Sister Abigail. They have had him call himself a god.
They've had sheeple.
He's had multiple little acolytes here and there. The only thing they haven't done is brought a physical form of Sister Abigail. And
I hope it's Rowan in drag. Announced as Bray Wyatt.
I am so scared of this because I really like Bray Wyatt, but this is like the last straw. And I mean, literally, it doesn't matter what direction they go with this, it's fucked. Because either one, Bray Wyatt loses the last thing that he could possibly fucking do, or two, he beats Finn Balor and we continue this feud, which is completely unnecessary at this point.
No, and I mean, like, I don't think if he were to beat Finn Balor, I don't think the feud would continue. What I think the biggest downside is we would lose the mystique of Finn Balor this early. Because Finn Balor is a guy who, that's the reason why he hasn't lost to Bray Wyatt, is we're still building stock in Finn Balor. Saying that, okay, Finn Balor got injured, but now, man, he's doing really fucking good in case they decide they need to push him in the direction of the championship.
Yeah.
That they're going to have him keep going over on different upper mid-card guys until the time comes for him to have a title match.
Here's the problem with that, though, is that literally their plan is to do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And if Brock Lesnar hasn't lost to Braun Strowman by himself or Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe in a Fatal 4-Way, how much longer are you going to keep Finn Balor away from the title picture. We have 5, 6-ish months until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's a lot more time that you have to try and not only keep us interested in in a potential Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match, which very few people give a fuck about, or keeping Bray Wyatt at a point where he still looks strong heading into a match against either Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Anyway. Please don't ruin Finn Balor and or Bray Wyatt, even though you've kind of already gone that way with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Speaking of things that are ruined,
Titus O'Neil.
Enzo Amore.
Alright.
Yeah. Enzo decided that he wanted to up the ante, and he got another document signed by Kurt Angle saying that if any of the Cruiserweights touch him yet again, not only will they continue to forfeit their chances at a Cruiserweight title match, but they will also be fired. And we had Enzo run through his usual shtick, saying all of the same things.
They all look homeless.
Eventually, Neville's music hits, and he walks down.
TJP is young looking, I guess.
Yeah, Neville walked down with TJP, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and...
another babyface.
Yeah, someone else was out there on their side. So Enzo's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to get out of the ring, and I'm gonna go this way. And that side was covered by Tony Nese and Rich Swann and Drew Gulak and a few other guys. And I was like,
Tozawa was the other one.
Tozawa was the other one on the ramp. Noam Dar was over with Tony Nese's little group. So he decides, okay, I'm going to go this way. And he runs into Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, Ari Daivari, and Lince Dorado. So then he gets in the ring, and then all of them surround him.
So we have everybody in the Cruiserweight division sans Grand Metalik.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's a riding buddy of somebody on SmackDown.
He might be. That's a possibility.
Either that or he didn't... Did they just not invite him?
I don't know.
What's the excuse? Because...
I don't know, maybe it's stuff he gotta do. Maybe he has to go back to Mexico on like a regular basis to like take care of something or something.
I mean, I hope so, because I hope it wasn't WWE dropping the ball on just like taking this guy who spent so much time not being on TV anyways.
You know what? I think I know what it was. I'll get to it in a second. So after Enzo starts at Mustafa Ali and then continues to run the gamut of talking trash.
He called him Mufasa Ali.
The fact that you're stupid, Enzo, has nothing to do with Mustafa Ali's parents. Anyway, he goes through and says shit about every single cruiserweight that's up on
They all look homeless.
Yeah. Man, 2 of them do at least. To which...
Enzo looks homeless.
That's true. Especially with his fucking patchwork bullshit clothes. Saying that he said that it was Versace? Or Versace?
Yeah.
You say Versace?
Yeah, something like that.
Stupid. Anyway, even if it is Versace, don't fucking wear that shit. That is awful looking. Kurt Angle comes out and says, Enzo, you're right. You know, all the guys up there are unfortunately unable to challenge for your championship. They are also at the mercy of potentially losing their job if they were to strike you. But that doesn't apply to the newest member of the Cruiserweight division, who I just signed. Technically, he was already signed. You just switched him to the Cruiserweight division. This is why Grand Metalik couldn't come out, because there'd be too many people in masks. Because the newest member of the Cruiserweight division is Kalisto. So Kalisto makes his way down.
About fucking time, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, when did Kalisto get switched from SmackDown to Raw? It's not like...
During the brand flip-flop.
Wasn't it just after WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania was in April. It is October.
Yeah, they flip-flopped Sin Cara and Kalisto brands.
Yeah. So, Kalisto runs down looking very much like Drago, beats the fuck out of Enzo, which is hilarious. And so now we're pretty sure, they haven't said it yet, least I don't think Kurt Angle actually said it, but
No.
Kalisto will more than likely be challenging Enzo at TLC for the Cruiserweight
I hope he
Championship.
beats him for the Cruiserweight Championship tomorrow on 205 Live.
That would be fantastic. Will it happen? Don't know. But yeah, my guess is that they're not allowed to have more than 2 masked guys on a show at one time. Because it used to be Kalisto and Sin Cara on 205 Live. It was Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik. And apparently they didn't, I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever reason. But our overarching storyline, which opened and closed the show, began with Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Braun won.
It was fun to watch, though. I mean, it should more of Braun just showing how much he's excelled from his debut, or even from just a few months ago. He gets better. And watching
the last year, he's just made such big leaps and bounds in his performance.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch. He works really well with Seth. You know, Seth is able to sell all of his stuff, but still look like he's just almost impervious sometimes, just constantly coming back at Braun, but then Braun being able to shut him down. Very much the same way we saw Mickey doing against Nia.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually Seth tries to go for the King's Landing and gets clotheslined, and then power slammed by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's not done. He decides to power slam him again.
After he beat him. So Braun Strowman has single-handedly defeated all the members of the Shield.
Dean didn't remember that because he came down and tried to do it again, and he got put down by Braun Strowman. And then Braun Strowman left. And then Cesaro and Sheamus are like, hey, we're going to beat the fuck out of both these guys for a second.
Seth was neutralized. No, Dean was neutralized.
Yeah, and Seth got a bro kick. So the tag team champions were left laying by their former challengers in the middle of the ring. Now, on the
forward a little bit.
Yeah, fast forward to about the middle of the show. Roman Reigns got his Intercontinental title match against The Miz.
Prior to which, he was interviewed by Ivory of the Right to Censor.
Charlie Caruso.
And just, for shits and giggles, I guess, she asked him about Dean and Seth in the bar and their kind of shtick and what's going on with them. And Roman's like, well, I mean, Dean and Seth are big boys, and they're gonna have plans for the bar, I guess, and the bar are dumb pansy baby face stupid.
He didn't really say that?
No, I mean, I'm paraphrasing. He just insinuated that the bar are not a threat.
Yeah, the bar don't have anything going for them, so they needed to make an impact somehow.
Yeah. And
so by beating down and already destroyed Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, that was the only thing they could possibly do, especially since Cesaro's teeth are still up in his brain.
I did appreciate the vivid imagery that Roman Reigns invoked in my head when he said that Cesaro's teeth were in his brain.
Yeah. That would mean that Cesaro's brain is in his nose. Anyway, Roman Reigns got off to a real quick start because JoJo hadn't even finished the intro for the match before he goes out to the outside and completely destroys Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas.
I know. What a shame.
You piece of shit. They didn't even do anything to you
this week.
To which Miz is like, oh fuck, there goes my insurance policy. What the fuck am I gonna do now?
And, I mean, once Roman got his initial flurry calmed down, Miz did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. Hit pretty much everything in his arsenal, including the skull-crushing finale.
Yeah, he just misstepped out of the way of a Superman punch and was like, gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. When the arm is coming this way, you step, you hook it, and then boom, you're there for the skull-crushing finale. But it's Roman Reigns, and he doesn't lose to one finisher.
Yeah, you got him with at least 4, and one's got to be off the ropes.
Yep. And so Roman Reigns kicks out. and there's just more of a situation. Roman is fairly close to winning. I'm glad he didn't. Technically he did, because he won by disqualification.
Yeah.
Because the Bar came back out, and they're like, well, we beat up the other two, let's make it 3 for 3. And so they decided to beat up on Roman Reigns as well. Miz is slightly surprised at first, but then appreciates the help.
Yeah, Roman gets neutralized, brogue kicked.
And skull-crushing finale.
Yeah. And then the three of them are leaving.
Yeah.
And the crowd starts chanting, "Shield, shield, shield." And Cesaro and Sheamus were like, "Oh, you want the shield? We'll give you the shield."
We can do the shield.
And so they all got in the ring, and the three of them gave Roman Reigns the shield powerbomb treatment.
Yes. To which we had The Miz, who, we didn't even mention this at first, him and the entourage did the Shield's entrance through the crowd. But then, because Bo and Curtis weren't out there to do this, The Miz and the Bar did the Shield fist bump in the middle of the ring.
With a hot dog.
With a hot, yeah. Weird.
So they had the thumbs out.
Yeah.
So it looked like it looked like 3 grown men holding a hot dog.
Yeah. So we end the night with the imagery that most.
And there was an announcement that.
Oh yes.
Next week's Miz TV is going to have special guests Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yes. So the Bar will be on Miz TV, but we finished the night off with Roman Reigns beaten down, sitting in his locker room, trying to adjust himself. He's he's in a lot of pain.
Trying to adjust himself.
Yeah.
He's got to put the pieces in the right spots.
Yeah.
It's like a walking operation game.
And from one side, we get Dean Ambrose, who kind of cracks his knuckles a little bit. He got like the least amount of beat down throughout the entirety of the night because he wasn't a match against Braun Strowman.
He got most of the beat down last week. So.
Yeah. So he's just kind of sitting there like cracking his knuckles a little bit. Roman stands up. Seth comes in from the other side. The crowd is losing their mind at this point. They all just no words are spoken, just complete silence. Eventually, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins kind of walk away. Was this a, hey, we got your back, or was this a, is this going to happen kind of thing? Could be either. We'll probably find out next week when we have Cesaro and Sheamus on Miz TV.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not against the idea of the Shield reuniting for a match at TLC.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of, it's a double-edged sword here for me. What I'm kind of upset about is the fact that it would be the Bar and the Miz. Because I feel like, why did we give the Miz 2 partners?
Yeah.
If we're not, I mean, I understand why WWE would go, we don't have much stock in Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, so let's replace them with the ex-tag team champions. On paper, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, now, because of Roman Reigns beating them up with a chair, probably, it's going to be the excuse.
Yeah, it made very little sense for a slight comment from Roman Reigns to incite the Bar to come out and attack him again while he's facing the Miz.
Yeah.
When they have no relation to the Miz whatsoever.
And just the fact that it's also then taking away the opportunity for Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel to be involved in a high-profile feud. Yeah.
On the other hand, the fact that Cesaro isn't cleared to actually compete in the ring might benefit Bo and Curtis for a little while, depending on how long it takes for his mouth to reset. So, I mean, it's hard to tell what direction they're going to take. I would very much rather see Bo and Curtis be potential contenders against Seth and Dean.
Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with the Shield versus the Bar, because they put on really good matches, but it just makes very little sense when you already have set partners for the Miz.
Yeah. And best case scenario for me is that the Bar and the Miz Taraj actually unify, and we get like a big stable.
That would be
for
cool.
the first time in a while.
That could be cool. Yeah, I mean it's hard to tell. We'll see where they go with it. But for now, guys, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click the links.
There's tons of links.
Like a podcast.
That's the SoundCloud link.
And a Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable the W.
Like wrestling. Where you can check out the brand new unboxing, where you get brand new shirts like this, and the brand new things that you see on the set.
Like the tiny car.
Or the Vader and Kenny Omega things we got going on. So yeah, check that stuff out.
Or the tugboat towel that's not here.
Nope, we took that down for the day. But for now, guys, catch us later in the week, because on this YouTube channel, we will have predictions for Hell in a Cell as it is this Sunday.
And don't forget, don't blow me. Top 5 for September.
Oh shit, it's gonna happen. We're backed up on top 5s actually, but they're gonna happen. So for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. Fuck it, it's a little more.
Yay, Elias.